Today I'm up here at Tesnatee Gap and actually at the Logan Turnpike, which is one of the old roads that came from Cleveland, Georgia, heading toward Blairsville, Georgia. And the roadbed is still here, and that was one of the primary ways up and over the mountains in this area. And as this area was logged back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, even in the 50s and 60s, this was the original road that came to the area for logging, as well as getting to the towns north of here, primarily Blairsville. And you can see there's still remnants of the roadbed, but today we're going up toward Cow Rock, and gonna give a little history of that area and just see how the weather is up there on this nice January day. See you up there. Made it up to Cow Rock Summit, and man, another amazing clear day. You can just see all the way back towards Cleveland, and Mount Yona's back over this way, and right over here is what is always contested as to, is that Cow Rock or is it out here on the ridge? And I'll show you that in a second. And some of the old timers say the actual Cow Rock is further out on the ridge, but most people that come up think you've reached Cow Rock when you get to the top of the mountain here. So we'll look into the background on that, check out some other features up here. But gorgeous day. It's about 40, and the wind's blowing on the north side of the mountain, so that's kind of nasty, but over here it's getting pretty nice. Made it out to the ridge and heading toward the other what is thought to be actual Cow Rock. The actual rock itself, it's hanging over the side of the cliff back behind me. But back over this way you can see Cow Rock Gap over here, and some of the rocky outcroppings. That's a fun place to go and just hang out for the day. The blue trail heads down to Whitley Gap Shelter, and it's about a half-mile plus down there, so it's a good little hike. It's all downhill, but anyway, it's another option when you're up in this area and just want to hang out up on this ridge around Cow Rock and back over at Cow Rock Gap, and just take in all the scenery. So check out back over that way. Basically, you'll head back from the parking lot where I started at Tesnatee Gap, heading north on the Appalachian Trail, and it's quite a climb up the hill, but once you get up that hill, it's only about a half a mile. You'll start seeing all these rocky outcrops that I'm looking at behind me, and just some beautiful views looking back towards, actually you can see Atlanta on a clear day, and Kennesaw Mountain, some of the other mountains south of here. So we'll check out the actual Cow Rock here in a second. back over there is that's Cumming, and downtown Cumming, and then just a little bit this way, kind of hard to see probably in the camera, that's Stone Mountain. So actually today you can make out Atlanta. And then over this way, if I can get my finger in there for you, right over here is Mount Yonah. I'm sorry, that's Walker Mountain right there, and over here is Mount Yonah, between these two shorter peaks right here. And back over here again is Wildcat Mountain, and Whitley Gap Shelter is somewhere right down in here. And that rock right there is what some people say is the actual Cow Rock, where it's sitting on this rock ledge, and it wouldn't take much to push it and let it roll back down into the valley down here. This drops off quite steep right here, and whether that's actually it or not, but some of the old timers say that's Cow Rock, and other people say back up on the ridge where we just came from is the actual Cow Rock. Either way, it's really pretty up here. And again, there's back over on Hogpen Gap and that ridge line that I was talking about, where there's tons of rocky outcrops you can hang out on, hang a hammock, picnic, camp. Really great place to do stargazing. So definitely worth the ride up here just about any time of year. Here's one of the bigger campsites that it's heading toward Wolf Laurel Gap, and really nice fire ring back there, or gosh, fire pit. Get a little bit of a view. So, and then over that way is a blue blaze with a water source. So campsites are looking pretty good out here right now, getting ready for through hiker season. Just stopping, getting a little bit of lunch and trying something new. I found some broth options at the grocery store, and they seem to just hit the spot on a day like today. It's warmed up to probably about 50 degrees now. So just incredible views on a day like this where it's so clear. But hope you enjoyed seeing some of the area that I like to come that's close to home, and some really nice trails up here, anywhere between Hogpen Gap, Tesnatee Gap, getting up to Cow Rock Gap, Cow Rock Mountain, and then where I am right now at Wolf Laurel Gap. Happy trails.